Shake it, baby. Oh yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it.
There's a lot of good fights coming up. I'm wondering what they're
Miami
going to do with Topuria, but I like what you were saying. Topuria versus Oliveira. Oliveira.
Your first introduction at 55. He's kind of the,
Oliveira so tall
and dangerous.
So dangerous everywhere. Dangerous striking. Huge reach advantage.
Yeah. But if you're Topuria, you're not going to go up to 55 without some sort of guarantee. Because remember, he's giving up the belt, so he's not getting pay-per-view points.
But it's his idea.
Well, because the weight cut's too tough.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Really?
45 is too tough for him.
But he's been doing it and winning.
He's just sick of it.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Apparently, that last cut was really tough, and his team was like, "All right, no more."
Wow.
But
so what is he weighing?
You're not going to give up the pay-per-view points and just dip out and then just go into the queue at 55.
What was he weighing when he was fighting 45? What was he walking around?
They were saying like 180 between 170.
Really?
Yeah, big. Like that's the thing. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's too small, 55." I'm like, he's fucking big out of kid.
Yeah, but those guys are real big. Like Islam's huge.
Everybody talks about me. No one can keep my name out of their mouth in this division or even in the UFC because they get woke points to say my name and say some threatening things towards me. So, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it. I don't pay attention to anything he does. He's another irrelevant bum. He was knocked out unconscious in the B leagues. You've never seen me laying unconscious in the UFC octagon fighting the best fighters in the world for the last decade straight. So, I don't really take that with much there's no truth to that. He's not a good fighter. And, he beat some one-eyed glass-eyed dude. Like, come on, there's no honor in beating a one-eyed guy. The guy, probably shouldn't even be fighting. It's a miracle that guy is even in the UFC, but, no reaction. He's just another bum that's chirping that can easily get his ass whooped as well.
Ilia versus Islam is a completely different fight if Ilia beats Charles first. Ilia versus Islam right now, and I know there's some nut huggers out there that just think that's the biggest fight. It's not. The biggest fight of 2025 would be Jones versus Aspinall. So any other fight that you're doing, you need to beat that fight. There's no reason to make a fight if you know it can't be number one. Can we agree on that? You'd have a legitimate shot of beating the night of business, Aspinall Jones, if you got Topuria one fight first. Not to mention, there's only one dude in the world, and he sits on Fight Island that wants to see Oliveira fight Islam. Literally nobody wants that fight, but it would be different if Charles was to beat up Ilia Topuria first. It would be a very different offering.
This is the talking guy he was knocked out a couple times and he got destroyed in his last fight. It's even funny for me to listen something from a guy like that. Yes, I always respect my opponents and like fighters, any kind of fighter. And he's a great fighter. He was a great champion. But listen, you are speaking too loud. You need to prove that you are so tough. If you are on your downfall, it doesn't mean that if you are scared to say like normal words and speak normally, it's not he's not a person from whom I can take words like that. Too loud for him to speak like that. We already saw what he is capable to do and how many times he was like stopped and he tapped and this and we are two guys who were, me and Vittori, who were never stopped before. And something from good fighter from Whittaker to hear something like that, it's just funny for me and it's only smile.
I mean, that's not for me to say, but that's what I want to do. I mean, again, everyone's different. People can fight for as long as they want, but I would rather retire a little bit early than a little bit late, personally, because I'm starting to see friends of mine now who've retired and they're having like lifelong issues with the health and stuff because of fighting, and I want to avoid that if possible. That's what I signed up for, though. Like, I'm fine with it. I've come to terms with the fact that I might get hurt in there, because it's essentially a sport of two guys trying to hurt each other. Like, I signed up for that 15 years ago when I started fighting. I'm aware that like there's two guys in there, the idea is to hurt each other, and now we are like in the position that I'm in now. I'm fighting literally the best guys in the world. There's nobody better than the next guy I'm going to fight, so can definitely get hurt, but that's, like I say, that's what I signed up for. I'm completely aware I'm good at MMA. I'm like comfortable at saying that I'm good at MMA, but it doesn't mean that like I can't get knocked out or hurt, because it can definitely happen.
if he does fight Islam Makhachev, you obviously fought both guys. How do you think that fight goes?
Look, it just comes to, can Ilia catch him? You know, that's what is, and he definitely can. Ilia's very, especially with his approach, he really backs his strike and his boxing. He really knows that he will eventually find the chin, and he's stoic till that happens. You know what I mean? He is on task, and he doesn't, you know what I mean? He'll go, even if things aren't working, he's still going to try and find it. So I think Islam's going to be a tough matchup for him, because Islam can be quite defensive and safe. I think he's going to know he needs to play it safe with Ilia, because he knows Ilia's going to have that puncher's chance. I just think them later rounds, you know, is going to be very difficult for Ilia. Ilia can, if he puts hands on anyone, like if he traps them, you know, gets them where they don't want to be and lands a nice big shot, it's going to be game over. You know, I mean, he can knock out anyone, even in the lightweight division. But yeah, I just believe that probably would be his only chance, just from what I've seen, right? Like you hear about him having really good grappling, and you hear things, and you won't know till I see that at the highest level. So if he starts out grappling Islam or stop and takedown defense and things like that, then I'm going to be like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing something that I haven't really seen. So now then my opinion might change within the first round. But yeah, I haven't really seen that, so I'm going to go with what I know, and I know he can hit hard. I felt it firsthand. Like, well, I didn't feel, actually, I don't remember it. But it's but yeah, it's again, if he puts his hands, he can definitely catch him. So he's just as dangerous as anyone in that lightweight division.
All right, guys, here we are. We're at the Popeyes, and I'm a white man, and I don't know the love of chicken. And I want the love of chicken, so I come to the Popeyes. So am I going to like it?
I think you're going to like it.
All right, so I'm going to give it a shot, guys. I'm giving my Popeyes a shot. Time to experience what a black man experiences. And, you know, I'm real white. I'm a white man, dude. I eat sushi and shit. I'm real white. I'm white trash, but I'm real white. I just want to know what this chicken is all about. I want to get to know this chicken. All right, that's some damn good chicken. I might be a believer, man. I might be a chicken believer. I'm a believer now. I get it.